The master strategies of the Sangonomiya resistance will finally grace the battlefield in the second half of version 2.1 banners. However, it's quite apparent that players have split opinions about her potential as a premium gacha unit. Being the newest playable 5-star character, Kokomi's in-game debut could change the tides of gameplay. A lot of us are still in the honeymoon phase of the recent hyper quick swapping meta which Raiden Shogun and Kujusara introduced. Kokomi could either transition us to a calmer flow of hotkey presses and screen touch, or she might fall short in usability which would break a lot of player expectations. So in this video, I'll be laying out some major points about her overall gameplay, skills, and role to better understand if her perceived strengths can outweigh her foreshadowed weaknesses. Personally, I must say Kokomi is one of the best visually designed characters in Genshin Impact to date, on par with Ningguang, Kazuha, and Raiden Shogun. MiHoYo managed to make her look classy even though her outfit is fashioned around the aquatic theme like that of a mystical fish. You can easily see the divine priestess part in her expanded sleeves and twin-tailed gown. Her peach-colored hair and purple twin tiaras easily capture the essence of her native island. Meanwhile, the overlapping parts on her garment reflect both fluidity and calculated movements which mirror a part of her personality. Kokomi's normal attack sequence to the third hit mark showcases movement only unique to her. She does a full 360-degree rotation while being completely suspended in the air, which looks really cool for a Catalyst user. For her charge attack, Kokomi does a quick spin before unleashing a splash of AoE hydro damage. For her elemental skill, Kokomi summons a water jellyfish that deals damage to surrounding opponents and heals active allies at the same time. Just like most healers in the game, the regeneration aspect is based off her max HP, making it very reliable. Kokomi's elemental burst calls forth a huge area hydro attack before adorning herself with a mystical robe made from pure hydro for a fixed duration. While done with her ceremonial garment, she receives several powerful buffs. First, her normal and charge attacks as well as the damage dealt by her jellyfish summon will be increased on an amount proportionate to her max HP. Second, her normal and charge attacks will now heal all nearby party members with a healing amount still based on her max HP. Third, Kokomi gains resistance to interruption and the ability to walk on water which ends when she leaves the active field. There's no doubt that Kokomi is designed to be a huge source of team-wide sustain with all the healing that she can do. Her core build will focus around getting as much HP stats as possible. Because of that, she will have no trouble keeping herself alive to perform her role in the party. You activate her elemental skill as a preemptive and reliable healing source, while you reserve her elemental burst for more dire and clutch situations. You can also switch to her to let her receive unavoidable attacks or tank environmental conditions that deal huge amount of damage. Because of the way she is advertised right now, which is all about the tankiness, healing, and wet application, many people have branded her as a 5-star Barbara. But if you look at her skill set closely, a huge aspect of her design might have been overlooked. First, unlike Barbara, her elemental skill actually deals periodic damage while her burst deals outright damage. Second, there's a damage boosting mechanic tied to her max HP, which Barbara and other reliable healers like Jin and Chi-Chi don't have. This max HP damage scaling could, in theory, unlock her sub DPS or even her main DPS potential. We all know how powerful this mechanic is from all the Hu Tao build showcases and burst Zhongli damage tests we've seen. I will still advise you to take this guess with a grain of salt, but Kokomi's raw damage potential cannot be dismissed. Yes, there are rumors stating that she may have issues on her crit rate, but her unique damage scaling might overcome this issue. Many people are skipping Kokomi just because you already have several reliable healers like Bennett, Barbara, and Jean. While we all know this to be true, there's also a huge possibility that MiHoYo is shaping Kokomi to be the next Kazuha. It is understandable that some would choose to save their resources for future banners, but Kokomi might pull off a huge surprise if she becomes significantly relevant in the next update. Kazuha was released right before we entered a new region, and Kokomi's usefulness might be highlighted when we enter the final Inazuma Island of Tsurumi or the next new content after that. Personally, I'm very open to the possibility of pulling for her banner, but I will still consider first how she performs in a trial run event and story quest tryout. There's also a need to get comfortable with her gameplay, so my decision can still change with respect to what I can observe. Nevertheless, as what can be objectively seen from her kit, Kokomi will never disappoint, at least for playing the support role. Plus, with Kokomi in your team, you can always walk on water like a ninja whenever you feel like it. Thank you all for watching this Should You Pull For episode featuring Kokomi. If you find this video helpful and interesting, please show your support by liking this and subscribing to my channel. See you on my next video.
War is chaos, and yet I see the method to the madness. The people are unfathomable. How can I know what their hearts desire?